Yo, what's up guys, it is Skills, and in today's video, got you back with another 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross video. Now today is going to be a before you summon video, so of course you guys have seen me do this many times before for this game already. So we're of course going to talk about the new unit, which is of course ESCANOR. This man is gonna be one of the best units right now, based off of like his attack stats, and just his passive is pretty good. Now I'm not gonna say he is the best unit in the game, because that's not true, but he is definitely one of the top tier units to definitely play with. So for now, we're actually gonna talk about this unit, and I'm gonna pretty much talk to you guys what is the best thing for him, and then I'm gonna give you my opinion on if it is gonna be worth summoning for or if it's not gonna be worth summoning for. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is that he is a green unit, so that's actually fitting for him in my opinion. We don't have that many green units in my opinion. We do have like the main units like Green Meliodas, which is a pretty big deal. You have Green Bond, he's actually pretty good as well. Then you have other units like there's like Green King, he's pretty good for some raids I believe. The Green Merlin's supposed to be really strong as well. So you have certain units that are pretty good. Then of course ESCANOR is a green unit. So his SSR form, of course, that's that. If we actually talk about his skills, there are 1-star, 2-star, and 3-star. So if we actually jump into his 3-star, we can actually see just how strong he can get. If we actually talk about his 2-star as well, because there's a difference in how much power it can do. So let's actually talk about his 2-star before we jump into his 3-star. So for the first part, for the 2-star, well, his 1st star is not too great. I mean, it's just the extra, attack damage, which is going to be to 2-star. So let's actually just go to 2-star, because that's mainly what you're going to be going for whenever you're actually trying to link up the cards together. So Elegance Blow, which is his first skill, this inflicts 300 damage to a single enemy and increases ultimate gauge by 1. So that's actually really good, because getting up to his punishment is the biggest thing for his ultimate. So if you can actually do that every time with his Elegance Blow, that's good for you. So you only need to do that 4 to 5 times to get to his ultimate. I think it's actually straight up 5 times. So that's actually good. Definitely give that a pretty good attack. Then you have a second one, Cruel Sun. So I know every single one of you who is a big fan of 7 Deadly Sins knows what the Cruel Sun is. So Cruel Sun is actually one of his stronger attacks in the game and in the show. So Cruel Sun actually did take out Esterosa at one point, if you guys did see that, which is probably one of the best parts in the whole anime. So for this Cruel Sun, it cleanses an enemy's buff and inflicts 180% damage and applies 1 ignite for 3 turns. So cleanse itself removes an active effect, which is pretty good, and then it applies 1 ignite, which increases damage to the target by 10%, and it can stack for 3 turns. That's super good, so you definitely want to do that if possible. Then, now this is the same for no matter what stars, because it doesn't matter. Punishment. His punishment is inflicts 840% damage to a single enemy. So I was watching the boy Zextra's video. This man did over like 100,000 attack, and I think it was even more, and it's just crazy. Like, punishment is an insane attack. So I'll definitely say that that's really good for attack base. So you definitely want to work on him for attack if you're going to do the gear sets. So his main gear sets will be attack and defense, so make sure to have that on your actual equipment. So definitely do that if possible. Now if we actually go to the 3 stars, so 3-star for his first skill. Now this is actually going to be good, because this is going to help out even more for you, because if you can do 3-star a couple times, you will get easily to your ultimate, which is going to even do much more damage. So Elegance Blow at 3-star inflicts 500% damage to a single enemy and increases ultimate gauge by 2. So if you can do that two times at most, then you're going to be easily doing your ultimate pretty soon. So now it's not always the case that you will be able to do that, but even if you do it once, your ultimate gauge goes up by 2. Now if you do a 2-star, it goes by 1, then 1-star doesn't do anything. So that's actually really good regardless. That's actually pretty high in my opinion for attack stats and a gauge. Then you have Cruel Sun. So Cruel Sun cleanses an enemy's buff and inflicts 300% damage and applies 2 ignites for 4 turns. So that can stack, and of course cleanse removes an active effect. So he's actually really good for that reason. There's actually something I did want to talk about as well. So when it comes to his passive, so of course his punishment inflicts 840% damage to a single enemy, but now the passive is actually pretty weird. So it's good and bad at the same time. So I was talking to the boy Zextra, so me and him were discussing this and just seeing what ideas are going to throw right back at each other. So basically, this man is the person who stands at the top. That's his passive. Now what that means is when a character's ultimate gauge reaches max, cleanse and disable buffs and debuffs. So cleanse, of course, removes an active effect. So basically what that is that ESCANOR can't get debuffed, which is very good, but he also can't get buffed, which means he can't get that shield, for example, from Merlin, where green Merlin gives you that, you know, shield, like the pink shield around. So that's not good. Or for example, Arthur in PvP, he buffs units. You can't get buffed from that. So that's actually really bad at the same time as good, because you still get, you know, he can't get debuffed, which is very good for ESCANOR. So it's good and bad at the same time, but you know, buffing is better than debuffing, so that's really good in my opinion. But you know, you're not gonna really be using him that much in PvP base, in my opinion. Well, you will use him here and there. Personally, I feel like he's just better for PvE, just because you will probably be able to go through everything for story, so that's gonna be really good. But for PvE use, he's good for damage wise. Defense, I haven't really looked too much into it, but if you can get him for a really high defense, he should be good. But having cleanse, which is good for removing active effects, and ignite to increase damage to the target by 10%, he would be doing a lot of damage. ESCANOR definitely will be top of the notch when it comes to that. So that's good to know, you know, if it's good. But it just depends on if you're going to be doing PvP. So if you want to unlock his passive, you can. If not, don't touch it at all. So he's basically going to be pretty good for normal use in the game, but PvP base might be a little weird. But this unit is still pretty good in my opinion. Now this is where it's going to come down to summoning or not. So if you're someone who's really high up there in the game already, and you guys already know how the game works, then you should know that this unit is definitely going to be one of the top tier units, and ESCANOR is one of the most hyped units that have been talked about for a long time. Just because his character itself is, you know, insane. Personally, as a player, I am going to say summon for it, just because ESCANOR is really hype, and two, the only time you'll probably see him again will be in the ticket banner, which he should be going in there after his own banner is gone. And you also have other units, like for example, Deanne. Deanne is actually another unit as well. I'll probably do a specific video on her just to talk about how great she is as well. But for this unit, definitely summon for him. He is going to be worth it in my opinion in the long run. He's going to be very helpful to do a lot of damage. PvP base, he's going to be really good, and then PvE, or PvE base, he's going to be good. PvP might be a little weird with this passive right here, so I'm not too sure on what you guys should do on that. But personally, I would say still summon for him, just because ESCANOR is one of the biggest names in the whole show, and they hyped him up to be this good as well. So that's basically what I want to talk about for today's video. You guys know that I do like to do before you summon videos, just because it helps everyone out, just in case to know if they should save their gems or they should just summon. Personally, I'm gonna say summon. That honestly, this is the time to summon for him, just because you probably won't have another chance other than having ticket banners, which the ticket banner is very rare for you to pull something that you specifically want. So summon for ESCANOR. He's gonna be really good on your team. Have him with Green Merlin. Well, Green Merlin probably won't help him as much. Green Meliodas for sure. He's insane. Having Bond on your team, he's definitely going to be a good unit to have. Then ESCANOR is really good as well. So I normally use the main 4 units, like I said, from the coin shop. Those are one of the best, all the best units in the game. So I still use them. But you can use other units as well. Just depends on what kind of team you do run. So like if you have Arthur, you can have him. Just make sure you don't have the passive unlocked for ESCANOR then, because that's going to screw up a lot for ESCANOR himself. So because he won't get buffed from Arthur. So but that's going to do it for today's video, guys. If you guys did enjoy what I had to say, let me know in the comments below. If you guys did summon for ESCANOR and you guys did pull him, let me know, because that is going to be very hype for me to know for you guys, just in case. I'll probably try doing a summon video for him whenever I do have the chance, or if I even have gems for that. So if you guys want to see that, make sure to drop a like onto this video. And of course, if you guys are new to the channel, you guys want to see more of 7 Deadly Sins, Grand Cross, and Dokkan Bat. If you guys do enjoy my Dokkan content, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. I'll try to keep on playing this game as much as possible, because I have a lot going on, so I'm not too sure how much I can play for this game. But it's still really good to play this game, just because it is very fun, very grind worthy of it, because it takes a long time for you to get a lot of things. So that's besides the point. If you guys did enjoy, of course, drop a like, subscribe if you guys are brand new, and you guys want to see more of this, let me know in the comments below, and I'll definitely try to keep up with the updates and the gameplay. So that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys next time.